Hey guys, I'm gonna do a quick war recap video over Reddit Omega's most recent war. This war was not much of a challenge. We were going up against a level 6 clan, but they were all go wipers, didn't even use all their attacks. It's not worth looking into that. Their bases weren't that great, and we only ended up missing 3 stars off the Town Hall 10s, so we pretty much nailed that war. I'm not going to delay much longer. Let's go ahead and get looking at the attacks. We're going to look at number 5 being taken on by Groudon. It's important to note that this was a cleanup attack, as you'll see here in a little bit, that all of his Teslas, all of his giant bombs were up at the north, and that did end up getting one of our players, so it had to have a cleanup attack done on it. But Groudon does a very good job at dealing with all the Teslas and traps that are up there. He sends 2 loons here in just a second to take care of those 2 Teslas, and he knows that his Kill Squad and Archer Queen will take care of that 3rd one. Doing a classic style CC kill here with 2 witches, his Archer Queen, a couple of wizards, and they're already starting to lock on to all of those CC troops. Starts dropping his golems, creating the funnel. He's going to drop another one here in a second, I believe. And they did end up going for the cannon, which I'm not sure was entirely his intent, but it ends up working alright for him. His wall breakers fail because of the traps up there, but he recovers with a very nice jump spell that allows his king to go straight into the Archer Queen. I do think that he was a little early on sending the king in. Had the golems gone in there first, the king wouldn't have died so quickly, as you'll see here, but the king does get in quickly enough to go ahead and get rid of the Archer Queen up there. He's already started deploying his hogs on the west point side. And when you have a base like this, where all the traps are up north, sure, you may fool one person's attack, but you're not going to get anything more than that. You've lost so much damage per second by putting all those Teslas up there. You've lost any element of surprise by putting all of the major traps up there. It's just not worth it to make a base like that, because again, you might defend one attack, but after that, you're just absolutely screwed. Anyways, as you can see, all the defenses are just about down. His hogs were standing in heals almost the entire time. Here, the last one starts to run out. Doesn't matter much. They're going to Argo on the king. Oh, wait, no, they're going to go straight to clean up. The king gets dealt with later. But yeah, I'll go ahead and start to fast forward here now that we're down to just clean up. Very nice attack, Groudon. Next one we'll look at is Froto Baggins taking on number 6. This was a very interesting attack, a stoned go-hello, I believe. Sends in 2 golems up at the top with wizards to follow to create the funnel. Then a 3rd golem over at the northeast, and more wizzies to just make sure that the funnel is well set. Sends in his Archer Queen immediately to just help get rid of trash buildings. Then wall breakers to open up that compartment. And everything starts to go in here in a second. The queen does end up jumping out of her compartment, but fortunately nothing ends up circling because of that. Great patience on the king. The CC troops were left with nothing to lock onto other than the golems, so really good patience on that. Very nice rage spell. Everything's benefiting from it. The CC troops are starting to go down. Dragon's almost down. The king does get targeted by a lot of the Teslas that were in the core there, so he goes down pretty quickly. But fortunately, there's still a golem in the core. He's still tanking for the Archer Queen, and the Archer Queen is able to decimate the rest of that core pretty quickly. As soon as that 2nd air defense up north goes down, he starts sending in his hogs at the north and east points. And what I love about this attack was that the hogs end up going in, and his goal is to have them take out the air defenses, which they do, and that leaves the remaining southern defenses very susceptible to loons. It was a very well-planned attack. Good for him. As you can see, the last 2 air defenses are starting to go down, so he starts sending in the loons, and it's just game over. None of the giant bombs were well placed, so he ends up having quite a few hogs left over for cleanup. Sends in a few wizards. He has a loon left that he uses for cleanup, another wizard, 3 goblins, and it's just game over. Start to fast forward again. Nice one, Froto. Alright, 3rd one we're going to look at is Sunaf Fog on number 11. It's a very nice, I think it's a stoned go-ho. Comes in with golems at the north. Starts off with just 2. He saves the third one for later to make sure that he has a lot of tanking to get into that core. Gets Wizzies to get the funnel going. Drops his Archer Queen. Clearing out all those trash buildings. Here in a little bit, he's going to drop a jump between those 2 Archer towers to get everything into the core, or second to core compartment. Unfortunately, because of the way he ends up dropping his CC Golem there, sorry. Unfortunately, because of the way his queen ended up walking around to go get that cannon, the CC troops do come out to target her, but he recovers very well by using her ability as soon as he gets the chance, and she takes out the CC troops and remains at almost full health for quite a bit longer in this raid. So the queen has gone down. Almost everything's going down. He clears out some trash buildings up north with with just 1 wizard, sorry, and starts sending in his hogs up there. Very nice deployment of the hogs in that mini surgical kind of fashion. A little early on that first heal, but I see the intent behind it. Hogs start to go in there. I think there are 2 giant bombs in there, but they get triggered just separately enough that not very many hogs die, if any. And he still has another heal in there, and they're all going back up to full health. And it was just utter decimation. Great job, Supna. He's still got a Golem tanking. His Archer Queen is still up. And just a Tesla and 2 cannons left. Really nice job. Still got a poison left, too. Swag poison in the middle. Alrighty. Let's take a look at the last one. I think we're going to look at a Town Hall 8 attack here. Brock Abomasnow taking on number 18. Alrighty, the last one we're going to look at here is Brock Abomasnow taking on number 18. Sorry if there's any delay in the video at all, or if that transition was kind of weird. Still working out any glitches with this recorder. I'm sure I'll have things fixed in no time. Anyways, he uses 1 Barbarian in this hole between the trash buildings to get the full lure, which is a very nice choice. And now he's just luring over to this West Builder hut. He's going to use archers and wizards to go ahead and get rid of that dragon and that balloon. I missed it again. He sent in a hog up on this archer tower here just to test for any bombs of any kind, and he doesn't trip any. There does end up being one there later in the raid, but it doesn't affect him much. He ends up using all of his wizards for the CC kill, but that doesn't matter because he ends up having a ton of hogs left over for cleanup. Works great. Great use of that giant there because it ends up tanking for the cannon and the archer tower. And the only thing that was really hurting the hogs was that Tesla. Skeleton traps start to pop, but he's got a ton of hogs. Only 1 spring has taken any out, I think. He's deployed all of his hogs in this mini surgical fashion, which works really well. Gets his second heal going in there. Really nice patience on the heal. I do think the placement on the poison spell could have been better had he put it between the archer tower and the wizard tower. I think it would have gotten all of the skeletons, but he's got a ton of hogs anyways. He ends up sending those clan castle hogs up north, and they take out 3 defenses, almost at full health the entire time, except for 1 maybe. All the defenses are down. Really nice attack. Way to exploit the hole in the base. Everything. Great job, Brock. I'll go ahead and start to fast forward here. Alright, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. Great job, Omega. Great job, everyone.